called Metro. Don't worry about all that. Yo, what is good, y'all? It's your boy Reactz back with another reaction, and I'm looping in my suit jacket and drawers on. I'm sorry. No. If y'all don't know that, it's a TikTok thing. Actually, now I gotta now I gotta kind of show y'all because I look kind of stupid. Fuck, just roll the video.
Niggas never know, huh? I sit at the top, niggas just watch. Don't look right at the clock, tickety top. Niggas don't know that I pickety pop. Pick up the rocks, pick up the sticks, pick up the niggas that picking up bricks. Don't come from mud, you come from the hills. Come from the niggas that write in the bill. Don't know about brothers that do nothing but kill. This shit really real. My diamonds come straight from the hills. My shit cold. My shit cold.
Just roll the video.
Elevator, and the movie just started and it's already
Maze Runner, the greatest book adaptation.
increasing my fears of elevators. Cause first of all, Thomas gets the hearing a noise in the corner, going to check it out, and my dog is.
I remember watching Maze Runner like one time. Other than that, I don't remember shit from it, honestly.
Is that Diddy? We ain't even 2 minutes into the movie and bro trying to make a guest appearance on a teenage kid. You're weird. Buddy. You're weird. And second, the elevator starts going mad fast, just about stopping at the top as he gets hit with a That's how it feels waking up from a nap in the afternoon. Suddenly you got a whole sock missing, an AirPod is halfway across the room and your whole body is drenched in sweat. But he looks up to see a whole bunch of people looking at him laughing.
I forgot what like the premise of Maze Runner was. Like what is it deeply about on some shit?
As we get introduced
I know it's a whole
to the greatest hater of all time, Gali. I don't think outside of K-dramas there has ever been a character that I've hated more than this man right here. He is the definition of a hater. Some of his points were decent, but for the majority of the movie he was pure hating. Look at his face, I'm not even kidding. His natural resting face is hating. But let me chill on him for now, cause they dragged Thomas out the elevator and I swear they is not trying to make the situation any better in the slightest. They is laughing and looking at this man like he is good eats in prison. Pause. But Thomas gets to looking around the spot, peeping that he's in a straight Fortnite 1 by 1 as they throw him into a cage just for him to get let out 2 seconds later by my nigga, the GOAT himself, the first person to ever be put in the blade, Albie. He gets to showing him around the crib, giving him the rundown of why he's here and the rules, and not even 4 fucking seconds later, he's already breaking them. Pulling up to the maze trying to get a sneak peek, just to get hit with an NFL level tackle to the ground by the hater himself. And he really has the audacity to act confused when he's mad, nigga, F you. There was absolutely zero need for a push like this.
Sent that nigga flying. God damn, look at the lethal force and push gravitational, like, oh my goodness. Bow. Like, that's a grown ass man you just pushed.
Ounce of power he had into that. Like, my dog, you couldn't just hold him back and ask him to stop. You're telling me you had to do this? And because of this, they get into a whole argument about the maze as a whiff of the hottest breath comes through it and the doors to the maze close.
Next time, I'm gonna let you leave.
Shut your brain, man.
But we fast forward to later that night during the festival as we get introduced to 2 more goats, Newt and the leader of the runners, Mino. As Newt explains that they've been running in the maze trying to map it out and find a way out for 3 years straight. Damn. And I can't even blame them for taking this long. The maze changes every single night. They is running in there the next day to a whole different spot. Person in control of this whole operation is straight giggling in their boots, just messing with these kids every night. You wouldn't be ashamed of yourselves. But Thomas ends up getting into a wrestling fight against
this
Gali.
nigga always pushing him? Damn.
First technique is this, as he ends up getting his head slammed so hard he remembers his name. Brody knocked the memory back into him. What's going on here? But as they're celebrating, a wrestling fight against Gali, and what in the reverse curse technique is this? As he ends up getting his head slammed so hard he remembers his name. Brody knocked the memory back into him. What's going on here? But as they're celebrating, one of the grievers in the maze straight hating heard they were celebrating and got to talking about some. They all decide to go to bed. As we jump to the next day, as Thomas is in the woods getting some more fertilizer, as he ends up getting run upon by a straight tweaker. That boy looking like that one crazy homeless man at the bus stop. 1 millisecond of eye contact and it's up. As Ben proceeds to charge at this man, tackling him to the ground and shouting at him that it's all his fault. Thomas pushes him off and gets to running.
I don't know you, nigga.
Back to the camp, screaming for help, getting tackled to the ground as Newt pulls up and straight domes him. Nah, Brody straight slumped on the ground. He is not waking up. As they find out he's been stung by a griever, turning him into a straight tweaker, meaning that they now have to banish him into the maze. And this whole scene is really just sad as hell, cause it's not even like it's a random they're doing this to. This is their own mans that they've been for a minimum of 2 months. It's the same feeling as peeping your homeboy of 20 years on pred catchers out here getting hit with real life team combos on live television. This is just sad. And after they banish bro into the maze, Minho and Albie go in the next day to track his steps to see if there's anything they can find. As almost a whole day goes by and they're still not back yet, as the squad stand in front of their entrance talking about some, it's 10 o'clock, where the F y'all niggas at? And they really be holding these rules to way higher standard, cause they would rather lose their leader and greatest runner of all time than send anyone else in their group to help them get out the maze. Like I know damn well Gali is not gonna be leading the squad and the rest of the runners are putting up 0 stats, straight bums. Who else you guys got? Answer me. And as the doors start to close, we see them pop around the corner with Minho carrying Albie trying to make it back. And I really don't understand why he's trying to bring him back in the slightest. Brody has already been stung, nigga, leave him. He's gonna bring him back just to banish him into the maze the same day anyways. Is this nigga serious? They really got me out here agreeing with Gali. There is no hope for bro. Got him on the ground looking like a starfish. He's done. That's tough. And the plot armor is low-key crazy, cause as the doors are about to shut, Thomas decides to run straight through it and just about makes it to the other side. You're telling me he made it through all this while the doors are moving this fast? I'm calling cap. Ain't no way. But now he's in the maze, he now has to spend the entire night inside, and nobody, I mean nobody, has ever survived a night in the maze. And like 5 Nights at Freddy's, they start off the night hosting Albie up into the vines on the wall to hide him from the grievers. Just for mid-pull, like a Fortnite event, the map changes and a griever appears. As Minho completely snakes both Thomas and Albie, hitting the dash, and I don't even blame him, nigga. Is that the Grim? And as he leaves, Thomas hides underneath the vines as the griever walks past, somehow still holding Albie up. And I don't know why he decided to leave from there. Brody got the greatest hiding spot of all time and wants to make his life harder, you stupid. As he ties Albie up, leaving him there and turning the corner as the griever pulls back up. Had this whole movie feeling like a horror straight out of Jurassic Park. They even got the saliva falling on his shoulder, copied their whole flow, word for word, bar for bar. But Thomas looks up, getting hit with a boom, nigga, and ew! This has to be the ugliest looking monster I done ever seen in a minute. Brody got no eyes, no face, just a mouth, and it's not even in a cool type of way like the Demogorgon, nigga, you just chopped. As Thomas starts to hit the dash, getting into an entire chase scene with the griever, hitting it with elite level feints, climbing up the vines and hitting straight parkour moves to get away. As he runs back into Minho with them finding a path that's closing, as Thomas starts manifesting that styles into himself, using his brain and completely rage baiting the griever into coming into a closing wall with him. And the way he be running is really just hilarious. Brody looks.
How is he making it? Like, I ain't gonna hold you. This hoe is damn near like 1 by 1 inch. Like, damn.
Like he's about to fall 24/7 but never does. As the camera cuts with Minho screaming, with Chuck pulling up to the door the next day to see the squad pulling back up with Albie and making them the first ones in history to ever survive a night in the maze. As we get one of my favorite lines in the entire movie.
You saw Griever?
Yeah, I saw one.
I killed it too.
You didn't just see it. He killed it.
I told you he was the GOAT. The glaze is absolutely necessary. But they get to the council talking about what happened, and like I said, Gally is really one of the greatest haters of all time. Because instead of seeing anything good in this situation, such as him saving both Minho and Albie and killing an entire griever, he's over here talking about how he violated the rules by going into the maze, saving them and killing one of the grievers. Is this nigga serious? Like, I saw a YouTube comment saying that Gally is just scared and knows if they don't mess with anything in the maze they'll be safe, as they've done for the past 3 years straight. But my dog, the grievers have just bodied one of your main mans. Now he kills one and you're mad. You are a loser. Simple. Even Minho is telling them to make him a runner. Go him over here hating yet again. Get a job, pal. But as they're talking, a horn starts to ring and the box is coming up a whole month too early. As they look inside and it's a whole girl with a note saying that she's the last one ever. For everyone in the spot looking straight, licking their lips. You're weird, buddy. You're weird. As she wakes up, instantly recognizing Thomas saying his name. And from here on out, I can't even lie, I can't be mad at Gally for being suspicious of Thomas. This is the first person to pull up and recognize someone inside the glaze. And this is just happening right after he bodied a griever. So yeah. You got it, gang. But Thomas and Minho decide to go back into the maze to find out what's going on, gathering a group of straight 60 overall since the rest of the runners decided to quit that same day after finding out people are now getting stung in broad daylight. And hey, I won't even blame them. Both the leader and Ben got stung during the day. Now you want me to go back in there? Huh? So they run into the maze, pulling back up to where they killed the griever as they pull out one of his legs, picking up a flashing piece of metal with the number 7 on it as they instantly hit the dash back into the glade. See, that's what I like, no dilly-dallying in the maze looking for irrelevant stuff. And of course, it was my African brother to tell them to go back. There isn't a single movie where the black character will stick around in the most dangerous area for no reason. Bro, we got what we want, I'm out. As they pull back up to the crib with them making the connection that the people that are putting them in here are the same ones that are making the grievers. And for the 4th time in the movie, bear in mind we're not even halfway through it, Gally is hating, telling them that regardless of what they found, they need to stick to the rules and Thomas needs to be punished for what he's done. Punished for what?
You still talking about that for, bro? You still on dick, damn.
I swear, guys will really try to find any angle to hate. You could build 100 wells in Africa and people will still find a way to hate, talking about some, well, why didn't he build 101? Shut your lame ass up. But Nuke comes in clutch, only giving him the punishment of 1 night in the pit and officially making him a runner so he can go in and out of the maze as he pleases.
Wow. Yeah. Nah, Fry.
Man, you corny!
With Minho showing him their secret base with an entire map of the maze fully complete, start to finish, saying if there was a way out they would have been found it, telling Thomas that him and Albie have been capping to everyone in the glade just to give them some type of hope and thinking they got a way out of the spot. They really been out here farming for nothing. There is no way out of this one. You're done. But Minho shows him that every night when the maze changes, it opens up a different section in the map, going from 1 to 8. With them realizing that cause the griever had the number 7 within it, section 7 has to be where it comes from, meaning that their way out could be where the grievers are coming in from. Thomas really pulled up and gave them their first piece of hope in the last year. If you really think about it, Minho's been running in the maze every day for the sake of it. Brody's already got the whole thing mapped out, really putting his life on the line for pure love of the game. That's why he's my GOAT. But they get word that surely that was in the box is now walking up and she really out here playing Donkey Kong on them, hitting straight snipes on their heads with these rocks. And my only question is, how in the world did she get all this ammunition right off the wake up without anyone noticing? But she got a whole bag of rocks up there. Did none of them people going around and picking them up? But she allows Thomas and Thomas only to pull up to the top to talk. Got Gally straight salty talking about some, how come he gets to talk to the girl? He gets to the top and she must be from London or something, really up the blade with elite efficiency. Go have her talking about why you running with this straight weapon in her hands. Dog, why you think? But they get to talking with us finding out her name is Teresa and she pulled up with these 2 vials of straight compound V. With them figuring out it could be a cure to the virus, deciding to give it to Albie. Got Brody straight crashing out in his sleep. My dog, you will get get slumped. But Teresa Street booms him with the syringe, calming him down as Galley's hating ass pulls up, taking Thomas to the south of the night. Just for my dog Chuck.
Wait a minute. These niggas got cures? Oh, niggas is finna die. If there's only one cure left and you just used it on the previous captain, oh, niggas is finna start killing for that hoe.
To come in clutch, bringing Thomas some good eats, and from that scene alone I already knew he was cooked. When a character asks someone to do something for them on the outside road and they tell them to do it themselves, it's already over, they are not making it out. It's like going to a 5 Nights at Diddy's party and asking to leave past midnight, you ain't going nowhere. But we get to the next day with Thomas and Mino running through the maze, pulling up to Sector 7 as they use a piece of the Griever to find the hidden room in the maze, and this is where everything goes wrong, cause they enter the room being scammed by a red light as everything starts to close, and by everything I mean everything, with them running out and the blades also start to close to trap them. Got Thomas turning into the damn Flash just to make it back in between the blades. As they get out, just for the walls to start to fall as well, and Thomas really can't stop looking back when he runs. He will literally hear the words and proceed to look back, nigga. And even after all this, the worst is still yet to come, cause they hit this Indiana Jones ass escape, pulling back up to the glaze, telling everyone what they found as Albie finally wakes up cured from the stings and says he remembers everything. Got Jason Louise's digital footprint enlarged into his mind.
Jason, why they do you like this, gang? No, Jason, why they do you like this? Jason, why you do yourself like this, gang? No.
He is not escaping that. But he says that Thomas has always been their favorite, asking why he even pulled up in the first place. And as this is going on, we get to the bigger issue at hand, cause they pull up outside just to see that the maze door is not closing. And even further than that, all the doors around them start to open up, with the Grievers pulling up the slide for their mans. As they proceed to pull up and drop a straight 50 bomb on the squad. I'm talking straight mongrel level performance on everyone in sight. You trying to hide? You trying to run? Give me that shit, nigga, you trying to live?
Finish him!
They done turned this whole spot into Gotham on its calmest night. But the squad run into the council house trying to hide, just for the Grievers to have the IQ of our greatest philanthropists, Zeus and B-Lou, as they sniff out the squad and proceed to pull out one of the support beams holding the building together, causing the whole thing to collapse onto them. And I don't know who bro is under the rubble, but I'm sorry gang, Brody got pulled back like this a whole horror movie just to get turned into good eats by something uglier than Pennywise. But Ethan proceeds to try and pull Chuck, with the squad just about managing to hold him back. And oh nah, these Grievers might just be EDP in disguise, as it pulls out an entire needle ready to put it in his back. Sound familiar? But Albie pulls up, hitting his tentacle, breaking off the needle and getting it to drop Chuck, just for him to get got instead. They really doing the black guy dirty. Bro got violated twice in the same movie by the Grievers, like my dog. What did he do to make them niggas that mad? And this just proves my point to the fact these niggas just hated Albie, cause after they take him, they just deadass just dip. They really just wanted to take one black person with them. That's gotta be racist. But they pull up and the Grievers are no longer a threat. Galley is, as he pulls up, breaking one of his own rules, hitting Thomas with a straight right hook. Oh my god. And this, I ain't even go lie, this is fair game. About half the camp got put on a tee cause they decided to go and explore. But the problem with Galley is that he wants to stay here forever. They had a system that worked and everyone was safe because of it. But since Thomas pulled up, everything has gotten worse. Almost all of him in this movie was hating, but I can't even lie, for this I can't be mad at him. Almost everyone got fried. But as they're arguing, Thomas then realizes that he needs his memory, stabbing himself with this stinger so he can remember, just like both Ben and Albie did. As he flashes through all his memories, with them giving him the compound V, as he wakes up and exposes the glade and the maze for what it really is, saying that they all used to get experimented on by the people who run this whole operation, as each one of them started to disappear one by one, getting put into the maze for the past 3 years as a test, except for Thomas, Teresa and a few other kids, as they started to work for Wicked, helping them test her other kids. And after a while, he had enough of doing them dirty and decided to join them in their quest to escape. And I'm low-key surprised at how fast the squad forgive him, seeing that the people they were before are not the same people they are now. My dog knew is really the GOAT. But Teresa and Thomas then get brought to the maze thinking they gon' get banished just for Gally to hit the psych. That's the wrong number! As he turns this into a whole sacrifice. Got them tying them up, trying to burn them at the stake. Out here doing them like if Kyrie was playing back in 1987. And bro really can't handle the fact that they have to leave this place. Talking about this is their home and they have to stay. They ain't even getting any more supplies. Bro, they finna starve to death in the next week. You stupid. He really been waiting for 3.5 years. Thomas did it in 1 week. Y'all are trash. But they get to tying Thomas up just for him to hit a reverse on them, taking the stick as the rest of the squad pull up, saving the day. As they hit this Shark Tank ass speech, getting about half the rest of the glade to join their side as they dash into the maze, leaving Gally and the rest of the bums in the glade. So they run through the maze, pulling back up to section 7 just to see a Griever standing guard with the whole game plan being to jump it. As they rush in, putting straight belt to ass on the Griever. They were out here hitting synchronized weaves as they push it back, but Chuck ends up dropping the key that opens up the door as he chases after it, dropping to his knees and one of the coldest knee slides I done ever seen, and he did it on straight concrete.
Get it though?
Ain't no way. Ain't no effing way. He just about grabs the key. Just for out the darkness comes another Griever pulling up for the smoke. And this is just after they got rid of the first one, already losing a member of the squad. This is not a fair fight. But they then open the door, pulling up inside the hole with the squad holding them back. As they punch in the sequence of the section, completing it with all the doors closing on the Grievers and the squad making it out. But not before we lost about 3 members of the squad, including one of the GOATs himself. RIP to my dog. But they then make it to this long ass hallway and they really got this looking like a straight horror movie with the lights flicking on. I would have been hit the dash. Next thing you know, you gonna have Kunshi pulling up from behind getting ready to smoke you. But they finally make it to the exit, pulling up to the control room just to see that everyone in the spot has been straight body turned into straight chalk cheese. With them peeping a message from the director of this whole operation, basically telling them that Sukuna and Maharaga had a fight throughout the entire world, straight cooking it, and a virus has been going around turning people into zombies, but the next generation was immune to this virus, so they decided to trap them in a straight killing machine to try and figure out why they're immune. I don't know what kind of experiment this is. Got 16-year-olds fighting for their lives against slugs with mechanical spider legs for no reason.
The only people that's immune to the fucking zombie virus, you want to lock them away. Okay.
I don't know how any of this correlates to finding a
and cure. And then if you locking them away, wouldn't you want them to at least survive? You over here killing them off? Hell no.
Flipping twit. And as she's giving this message, the army hits an IRL raid on them, bodying everyone in the vicinity as the video ends and the doors to the outside world finally open. And as this is all about to be over, they're about to escape and live freely. In comes Gally with the pole in his hands, talking about we can't leave and the blade is where we belong.
This nigga been big.
Ups the blick, shooting it and getting stabbed in the chest with a pole as he dies just for us to see that Chuck got shot. No! Why you do that? That's my guy! And this scene alone was the sole reason for my hate for Gally. Throughout the whole movie, I thought he was a hater, but that could somewhat be justified. But my dog, they allowed you to stay in the glade. He really pulled up for nothing but pure love of the game, just to body them. And it's not even like they were still in the maze. Nigga, the door is right there. This made me so mad, y'all wouldn't be able to believe me. I wouldn't even want to speak about it. So the army then pull up, saving the squad from this place, putting them in a heli as we get a whole view of the maze. And you're telling me they couldn't just fly in and save them from the middle? Y'all are trash. But as they're flying, we hear one of the soldiers say the same thing Thomas heard in his dream. Everything is going to change. As we find out it was all fake. I knew it! Everyone that got bodied in the room was an actor and the video of them getting boomed was a fake. The director is still alive and this was the actual experiment, seeing if they could escape the maze, moving on to the next trials. Absolute cinema.
Damn. Hold on, that actually goated. That's actually goated. I can't even lie. I can't even lie. I might have to check this one out now. I might actually have to check that out. No bullshit, no bullshit. Peace out, YouTube. See you next time. Deuces.
Nigga rob me in this bitch, smoking off the dope. I be stalking, and I got this hoe built like coke. She be popping in this hoe, flooding off the Mary. I be popping. Everybody that you fucking see, I done dropped it in this bitch like I'm Jesus. Raise a toast, I be godly. Me and twin like I'm Batman. He be robbing, red and black, spinning every day. We ain't stopping. Being dizzy on the way for the low. We gon' drop